Hello Forest class, welcome to another maths video. Today you should be doing this maths video on Tuesday. Today in our maths we're going to think about writing the numbers, and not only are we going to think about writing the numbers, as digits, so like 7, 4, 13. We are also going to think about writing the numbers as words. Now that's for the year 1 children. One of the year 1 objectives for maths is to be able to read and write the numbers to 20 in digits like this, but also in words. So 7, 4. So as well as reading and writing them in numbers, you need to be able to read and write them in words. Now I think this is a really tricky one, and the only way to do this is to practice. So we're going to do a bit of practicing of that today. So first thing we need to do, we need to get in the maths frame of mind. So we're going to do some counting. We've done loads of counting in twos, so I'm really hoping that you're going to be really good at counting in twos. I'm just looking for my 100 square. So let's, is that upside down? Yes. There we go. Let's do some counting in twos. I've got this held up, so if you need a bit of help with your counting in twos, you can look at this as we're doing it. So we're going to count in twos to start with. We're going to start on 2, so we're going to start on 0 and then go to 2, and then we're going to finish on 20. Let's have a go. Ready? 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Great. Let's do it again. Do you think this time we could get all the way to 40? Could we count in twos all the way to 40? So you can use this to help you. Remember, when you're counting in twos, you miss one out, don't you? So you skip one. You skip one, jump over one. Okay, let's see if we can count in twos to 40. Ready? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 40. Brilliant. If you're looking for something extra to do in your maths, you could look at this 100 square and see if you can write down. So children like, I know Moira, you do your maths really quickly, don't you? What you could do is you could look at this 100 square, you could pause it, and then on a whiteboard write all the numbers that you would count if you're counting in twos all the way to 100. So on your whiteboard, I'll hold it up again in a minute for you to pause it on. I want on your whiteboard you could write all the numbers that you would count if you're counting in twos until you get to 100. So you'd do 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. And why don't you have a go at writing all the numbers that you would count if you're counting in twos all the way up to 100. So I'm going to hold up the 100 square again, and you can pause the video, go and get your whiteboard and write all the numbers to 100. Okay, you can pause the video now. If you've done that, that would be amazing. I'd love to see a photograph if that's what you've done, because that would be absolutely amazing. Well done. Okay, reception children, you're going to have a think today about writing. Yesterday we were thinking about those numbers, weren't we? We were thinking about the numbers between 10 and 20. So today I want you to have a think about writing the numbers. Now yesterday with our counting, do you remember with our counting we looked at the numbers from 10 to 20, but we didn't say 10, 11, 12, 13, did we? We counted 10, 10 and 1. 10 and 2, 10 and 3, 10 and 4, 10 and 5, 10 and 6, 10 and 7, 10 and 8, 10 and 9, 10 and 10. Now that should help you understand and think about how to write the numbers from 10 to 20. So, I'll get my video to go down a bit. So, when you're writing those numbers, you should understand that if I'm writing 11, 11 is 10 and 1. So therefore you write it as 11. 10 and 2 you write as 12. So I'm not writing this very well today. 10 and, might be better if I do it like this, 10 and 3 you write as 13. 10 and 4 you write as 14. 10 and 4. 10 and 5 you write as 15. So reception children, what I would like you to do, what your grown-up could do for you, which would be really helpful, is at the top of your board, can't find my rubber, at the top of my board, I've done exactly what I tell you not to do, children, isn't it? And use my fingers to rub out my board. At the top of your board, if you're grown up, could write 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. There. And then underneath, I want, and year ones you can do this too, I want you to write, what does 11 mean? What does each digit in 11 represent? What does it mean? So 11 is 10 and 1. That's what 10 and 1. What does 12 mean? What does 13 mean? What does 14 mean? And what does 15 mean? And when you've done those, you can go on to do 16, 17, 18, 19 and 20. That's what I want you to have a go at doing. And then I want you, when you've done that, let me hold that up again. This is what I want you to do, reception children. Year ones, you can have a go at it as well. You'll be able to do it nice and quickly. When you've done that, reception children, I want you, I don't know whether I can get my whole number line in. Oh, and get it in that way. Look, can you see? So I've got a number line here. My number line goes from 0 to 20. I would like you to try and find a strip of paper, cardboard. You know what's really good for doing this is a cereal box. Cut out the back of a cereal box. Can you go away and make yourself your own number line to 20? This is a really big one. It doesn't have to be as big as that. I've got a smaller one somewhere. I've got this one, look. There's a good one. Is that about right? Yeah. So it's not as big. It's about the length of a piece of paper, an A4 piece of paper. Go and have a go at doing your own number line to 20. Practicing writing those numbers and see if you can get all the way up to 20 and get your grown up to check for you that you've written your numbers correctly. So that's what I'd like. Year ones, again, you can do this. Really good practice of writing the numbers for you to have a go at. That's what I'd like you to go and do, please. Right, year one children. Tricky now. Tricky. We're going to have a go at learning to write the numbers to 20. Really tricky. I'm just trying to find numbers to 10 here. So you have to be able to write in words the numbers to 20. And unfortunately, this is a little bit like a spelling test. So we're going to focus first on the numbers to 10 and then we'll do the numbers to 20. So on my board, I am writing the numbers to 10. And then we'll go through them together. And then I want you to go and practice them. Nearly done. Haven't got enough whiteboards at home to have it all prepared, have I? Here we go. Here, you see them all? I have written the numbers to 10 in words. And then tomorrow we'll go on to think about the numbers from 11 to 20. So have a look here. We've got 1. You can point to me as I'm saying them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now some of them are easier than others. Like I always think 9 is easy because there's only one word beginning, one of the numbers that begins with a n, so that is 9. 6, because it's a lovely green word, you can sound it out, 6. So if that one's 6, then we know this one must be 7, so F, 7, that's a good one. 10, that's a nice easy one, 10. Then I think 4 and 5, children get mixed up, but 5 we can sound out, I, look, it's got the split digraph, 5, 4. And then 2 and 3, 3 is a nice one to be able to sound out, 3. 2, 1, that's tricky, isn't it? 1's really tricky. And then 8. It's tricky, isn't it? 8, really tricky. 8 is tricky. So there are those numbers. I thought with your grown-ups you could do a couple of little games. I thought you could set up a game like this. I've written the numbers in numbers on this side, and I've written the numbers in words on this side, and I thought you could just do a matching game. So you have to read the number, so that says 10. So I wonder which one says 10. 10, 10, and then draw a line. Oh, can I do it a bit? 10. I know this is 7. You're all really good at knowing your numbers. So 7, 9, 9, and 15. 15. That was quite an easy one because each of my numbers began with a different sound. Or you could do a game like this, where I have get your grown-up to write numbers in words over your board, and you have to try and write the number in digits next to it. So you have to try and read them from, so I do the easy ones first. So look, this one down here is easy, 6. So I can write a 6 next to it. This one up here is easy, 10, 10. And then have a go at doing the other ones. So you could pause it on this if you wanted to and have a go at that, or get your grown-ups to have a go at writing some for you. I've got a really good page here if you wanted to pause on it and have this as a reminder of how you write the numbers. So look, objects, 10 frame, digit, words. Got 1, 2, 3, so that'd be a good place to pause on to help. And there's the rest of the numbers. Oh, move my fingers out of the way to pause on and have a look. Look, they haven't got the numbers written on that one. Hold on a minute. Oh, sorry, I went the wrong way. That's better. There we go. You could pause on those to really study them and see if you can learn how to write it in words. So it's practicing writing those numbers in words today. And then tomorrow we're going to look even trickier at the numbers from 11 to 20, because that is one of the objectives that we have to achieve in year 1. I think that'll be a really good one for you to practice with your grown-ups at home. Okay, take care. See you soon. Bye.